Alright, so hopefully I get this posted in the same day, but this is my F5E, and my F5E is most of the way spaded. I'm 28k away from the F105D Thunder Chief. I've all done this in about 2 months, getting in through rank 7. And I'm going to do a single sim flight. It doesn't matter really how it goes. I'll be posting whatever it is unless it's appallingly bad. But we will be playing Sim, a single Sim strike mission. Hopefully it's Dover Strait. I think I'll play Dover Strait. I want to use all 4 of these Mavericks. I want to sink a ship, maybe destroy a couple ground units, maybe get another air-to-air kill. But the goal of this flight is get a good run. I enjoy Sim. I don't strictly play it for grinding. I'm not as good as somebody like Hunter. If you know who Hunter is, he's a YouTuber that does no commentary Sim and RB ground pounding basically, and I absolutely enjoy their content. It's fantastic. He uses pretty much every plane I'd like to have. I ground out the BM. I'm free to play. And he played the BM, and that kind of makes me want to play through the BM just for all of its weaponry. But he's substantially good at that. I am doing a partial commentary sim flight with this one, and I hope it goes well. I'm just doing it mainly for the fun. I have stick and throttle. I do not have yaw. I do not have VR. I have all my controls pretty much mapped, but that's it. So we're gonna go in and have some fun. See you then. Okay, so we are in. Oh my Christ. Alright, ignore that. Oh, that's the one factor I forgot to think about. That is whatever, though. Yeah, my engines are on. Okay. I'm... Gotta explain what I'm doing real quick. That way, friend over there doesn't get a little skeptical of me doing sim over here without him. Which is fair, you know? So, the flight pattern here is pretty simple. We will be taking off from this airbase, and we will probably be going across the coast into France. Probably over Calais. If not, we'll go down to, what is that, Visson? What is that down there? Vimerow? I guess that's Vimerow. Hopefully I can hit this carrier. I have Mavericks. They're 10-kilometer range. And 39 minutes of fuel should get me there pretty easy. Somebody just died to a Roland. That's worrying. So yeah, 4 Mavericks, 2 AIM-9Js. I'm not running SAS at all. This is a very, very basic sim setup. I've done successful flights in this thing. I've shot down a Mirage 4000 in this thing. Oh, that was a really rough takeoff. Gear up. Flaps up. Like I said earlier, I kind of play sim for fun. I enjoy it. Not die hard in sim. RB is my main game mode, and it's air RB at that. I mean, I play ground fairly often. Air realistic kind of takes that over. This is being a pain to control. There we go. That being said, I've played this thing mostly in ARB. I played it in SB a little bit. I do not play Air Arcade at top tier. I'm not cheesy. Oh, isn't that thoughtful of you, even though the clips aren't of you? Noted forever. Mostly playing this plane, though, because it's fun. It is a fairly stable plane at high speeds. It's very easy to enjoy. You can notch really easily in this aircraft. You can turn really well. I still haven't experted this crew. I'm nearly max level with the all of the qualification. What in the world is that thing? Radar's not picking it up. I mostly have the entire crew maxed out. I do not have it on experted, though I really need to get the time and money to expert this thing, because it is getting terrible in the form of blackouts. I black out a lot in RB, and it has killed me a couple of times. I just haven't really invested the money in experting the crew because I don't have that kind of money. Right now I'm sitting on 700,000. I usually sit over $1 million, but what is he firing at? That's weird. I'll pretty flare and chaff that. What, am I your friend or am I your enemy? We should be friends here, man. What is that? I'm gonna swap weapons for this guy. Oh, that's the carrier. Okay, well, this guy can go find another thing to do in his life. I'm going to pop air brake and do what I know best. Oh no. And he is firing his 5-inch at me. He can go home with those 127s. That's not going well. Okay, this is definitely not going well at all. Oh, I hit a Maverick already. And because he has radar, if I can find the control, there it is. I'm just gonna screw over his radar. He's probably got radar guidance on those 5 inches. No, if I remember the Forrestal class at all. Meaning he's a pain. He is a pain. But I'll probably get away unless he just shoots me down with some SM-1 or something like that. Which would be really not nice, but I wouldn't blame him, as air defense is a very big part of a carrier. That's what carrier air wings are for. I mean, that is why the F-14 was developed. But, you know, he doesn't have carrier air wings. Barely anybody spawns carrier. This carrier is so close anyway. Who is that? He looks like he's friendly. I say looks like he's friendly. I have no idea whether he is or not. Down a little. That's a Mirage. Cool by me. That's friendly. That's big. Hit him. 420. I doubt that was mine. That Maverick did a lot of damage. Mirage F1 is mine. I'm fighting Germany and Japan. Germany gets a lot of DDR equipment, so I could end up fighting somebody that's running a Russian aircraft or Soviet aircraft and just DDR, which would suck. And then Japan's the same deal, except it's American. So F4EJs, EJKs, ADTWs, F104Js, those are all American. The F1 and T2 are Japanese domestic, though. Bless the T2. It's beautiful. That was not very easy to turn around. Okay. So we're going to try and get the last couple ones on this guy. Okay. Magnum times 2. Let's get out of here because he just blew apart my radar. Still have landing gear. Now that I've set it, I'm cursed, you know. I might lose it. Okay, let's get out of here. 4 Mavericks, 1 carrier. No score because I didn't sink the bloody thing, but we will definitely get back home and successfully land. For some anti-ship operations, that was terrible because these are Mavericks. I've sunk ships with an F4C because the F4C gets a lot of bombs. I don't take bombs almost ever in the F5E because the F5E is a great dogfighter and you can anti-tank with the Mavericks. But why in the world would I bomb with this thing? You literally have one of the best dogfighting profiles in the game. Why would you waste it bombing? The F5C is way worse than the F5E. I would never touch the F5C. I mean, I am free to play. Why would I even buy it? But I would rather grind for this thing, which I did. Usually that would be 4 ground kills, but, you know, since it's a forest stall in the middle of nowhere, it was 4 maverick hits on a forest stall. I did say this was going to be a single flight. If I manage to survive the landing, I'll go for another sortie. If I manage. I'm pretty decent at landing this thing. Who is that? RWR is not picking him up proper. He's probably turned already. He's an F4. Is he an F4EJ or is he an F4GR or any other F4 that happens to be in the game? A Kernas or something. Whatever. Kernas is not all that great anyway. Could be an F4C, F4E. Those are both in the BR rating. Checking my team. I should have done that earlier. It's a Phantom GR2. Cool. He just went supersonic. Whatever. You gotta slow down. I'm gonna gain a little bit of altitude to prep for this run-in. Oh, I see the base right there. I'm not gonna pop air brake yet. That can honestly wait. Okay, no, that can't really wait. I lie. At least I still have all my flaps. I'm missing an elevator, though. Engine is damaged. My nose cone is pretty battered for what it's worth. And I can probably get this done pretty easy. I can probably pull gear at 450, 500. I don't really remember because I don't look this thing up as much. Why am I hearing 2 Mirage 1s on RWR? Whatever. I don't care. Oh, this is getting rough. What is that on the airfield? That B-50, it looks like a Hawker. Okay, that was a lot easier than I thought. Hello, Mirage. The drogue chute. Whatever. Well, that wasn't perfect, but I landed. Nobody saw that, for the record. I think I can still mess with my landing gear. That's weird. Well, it could have been worse. Oh, F3, there. It could have been worse. I do have a custom War Thunder Live skin on this thing, because Japanese Air Self-Defense Force is pretty cool. Take a sip of my coffee, black coffee. You can judge me later. I know somebody will probably take offense to it, which is, good. So, Forrestal is retreating. She'll probably do another loop around next to Hotel and go back up near Bravo and Foxtrot. I do not care about that, though. I could honestly care less. Why am I getting track profiles from F4? What does he see that could possibly be trackable? There's 2 people on the enemy team, one of which is dead. The other is probably not doing very much. I'm determined to sink this Forrestal. Determined, yes. Flaps I can put on combat for a second. Safety's on. Yeah, it's just flying from now on. So to pass this time, we can talk, you know? I mean, there's only me here, but... So, takeaways from... what do we want to do? What do we want to talk about? So, if I'm being honest, with my grind in this game, It's coming up to rank 8, and I'm getting really close to getting the F-16 and F-15 for research. I cannot choose which one. I kind of want to go for the F-16A to get a GBO spammer and a 9L spammer, and then maybe just skip the ADF and go for the C variant. That, or I could just go F-15 and play F-15, but I want to play something that doesn't suck with G limiters and doesn't, neg G terribly and pull 10G and rip. You have to be really careful with the F-15 because of that. I never really ever enjoyed the F-16 compared to the F-15 as far as Ace Combat or something like that goes, and history-wise. I found the F-15 is cooler, and the F-15 we needed in this game for a long time. It is not the top dog. It is never going to be the top dog. It may run 7Ms and 9Ms right now, but it's still missing AMRAAMs. The C variant will hopefully get the AMRAAMs. We still don't have AMRAAMs in the game, period. Meaning R-27 is still one of the deadliest missiles you'll probably ever fight. ETs, ERs, they're both really, really, really disgusting. I mean, I've seen a lot of it, and it is crazy, in my opinion. It is crazy. And they're being launched off platforms where they use it, they're messing up their maneuverability. R-73 on the MiG-29 SMT. The SMT's got a terrible flight profile. It barely competes with the Phantom E, the F4E Phantom. So it's not very good. But I mean, it doesn't really matter. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and... It's as long as it's used properly, it's fine. But even on the Su-27, which isn't all that good, it's not as good maneuverability-wise as anybody thought it would be. And I really hoped it would be the absolute king that it is, but I'm still waiting on the Su-30s with canards, and mostly the Su-33 to get all that right. I'm hoping. I'm really hoping. But that'll be a different time. MiG-21. There's a MiG on my RWR. Might just go for that. I'm always going to be waiting for a canard Sukhois, because the Sukhoi 33 is my favorite aircraft. And I'm still waiting on it. It will come. I'm very sure of it. It will come. But maneuverability-wise, I feel like that's just a bit of a disappointment.
We have destroyed the enemy's base.
Thank you. I still have a Maverick, but whatever. That's not a whole lot. I guess I'll go hunt for this 21 on my RWR. For what it's worth, even if the 27, the SMT, are terrible airframes, at least the 27's better. They have some of the... They have power creep with those missiles. And until something can really compete with that, like AMRAAM, on something like the Viggen, or... not the Draken. What's the other one than the Viggen? The Gripen. I keep managing to forget Viggen, but I got it this time. Until we get AMRAAMs on that, like the F-15, the F-16, their variants and the other trees, we're going to be stuck with a pretty sad affair of the Soviets are going to be power creeping for this patch. And it's kind of how the balance goes patch per patch. There is no ultimate power creep vehicle. Like when I played Prompts and when I got the F2G for free, that thing was power creep because it was overpowered. And it still is very, very good, although they nerfed the crap out of it, and flying-wise, it's really unstable when you're pulling a lot of the same maneuvers. But that's okay. That I don't necessarily care about. It's just top-tier power creep is pretty rough. The F4E, which I got recently, is terrible. It is awful. And I cannot believe that thing is at 11.0 in general. Bruh. That's a pain. Just missed my magnum capability on that. What is that, man? I didn't have magnum selected. What the punk? Come on, RWR. Tell me what that is. That looks like a Mirage F1 from here. I'll lock it up. Who's gonna stop me? He's firing. He's most definitely friendly. It looks like. It looks like a Mirage F1. It's because it's F1 CT. What's up, my man? I nearly just murked you. Oh no, there's air bases here. Yeah, AAA is getting annoying. I understand. I'm not welcome here. Nobody cares. I kind of do, but nobody. Magnum. Annoyance. I can probably sink these ships. I'm gonna get out of there before those German DDs get annoying. So, on that topic, it's, balance is not all that great. But I think that's the end of this run, even though I didn't get a whole lot done. I'm here for the enjoyment. I've got to fire magnums, so Mavericks, so I'm happy. So I'm just gonna go land and end the video, which I have to connect the intro and the video. They're separate right now, but I'll be fine doing that, I believe. Yeah, you can see people running bombs and just standard air-to-air anti-AI. Definitely get a lot of... Sim is great to grind in if you have the stuff to do it and you're good at it. You get a right aircraft, you bomb a base 17 times in an hour and you're able to stand that repetitivity. You can get 40k RPs or something ridiculous. Run premium in a premium plane and you can do that too. It's pretty easy to do for what it's worth. It's Abyss SAU. Poor guy. Never stood a chance. So, it's very easy, very good to grind in Sim. And if I really wanted to get my BM up to par with everything, I could probably grind in Sim and get all the PGMs and stuff to play with. But I don't have the time nor care to really grind Sim like that. It's better than RB for the SU-25 BM, which definitely deserves to be at a lower BR. 11.0 is too high in my opinion. 10.7 might be okay, but they really need to decompress in order to really get the BM in a good spot. Because the BM is supposed to have better engines, and it has the same engines as a standard 25 and 25K. So it's not better past the fact you get TV guided bombs. You get like 30-kilometer range KH-29s, which is, in my opinion, really cool and unique. You have a lot of AGMs, and you can blow a lot of tanks up and stuff like that. But it's not like an SU-25T, it's not like an SU-39. You don't get 20 missiles at a time. 16 Vickr, 2 KH-29, 2 KH-25. You can sit there in one of those aircraft and go anti-tank, blow like 20 targets up, gun 4 more. You can take out entire columns with the tank of E, but the BM you can't necessarily do that because you have way less. And I ground out that aircraft over the course of 2 weeks and got the BM for free because I wanted a unique SU-25. Now I do, and it's not all that good. But we expect that with event vehicles, don't we? Last 4 patches were ground strikers, well, 4 crafting events were ground strikers, and then we got something different. I didn't bother to grind a Mirage because it's a Mirage. Surprise. I'm not all that big on the Mirage. I like the Mirage 4K, I like the Mirage 2K, the DR1 tandem seater, because tandem seat stuff is cool. But, ooh, okay. Don't mind me, just breaking her. Needed to use my gun sometime. But, you know, the crafting events. That's why I don't really suggest them, and if you wanted, you could have sold them, but Gaijin screwed over my account, so I can't really sell mine, so I just used it. And that's why I have that. But regardless of that tangent and rant as I'm flying through Sim, I hope you enjoyed that, if you could. Hopefully more Sim content coming in the future, and hopefully something regarding some other War Thunder content. I'll probably do a lot of War Thunder content, because, well, I have 2,000 hours in this game, and why not? Guides, maybe. Some aircraft, yeah. But it depends, really. Takes time to make videos, but good videos take even more time, and I don't know if I'm gonna... Can you stop flare chaffing, please? Hope you guys enjoyed that, and have a wonderful one.